आफ्टर अ लॉन्ग टाइम वी मेकिंग अ वीडियो अगेन। हम लोग आज ईद उल अज़हा का दिन है 2022 और बस बाहर निकले हैं अभी। यस वी कैन। सो आज हम लोग बाहर निकले हैं क्योंकि हम लोग थोड़े मसरूफ़ भी थे, जिसकी वजह से नहीं आउटिंग हो सकी फॉर लॉन्ग टाइम। एक तो हम लोग घर देखने लगे हुए थे, हम लोग घर बाय कर रहे थे, तो उस चक्कर में बस कभी इधर कभी उधर, फिर उसके बाद बस ऐसे ही था, कुछ घर की मसरूफियत थी अपने। तो आज जो है वो हम लोगों का क्या प्लान है जी, हम लोग जा रहे हैं ओशियन में बोटिंग पर। सो वहाँ पे वो लेके जाते हैं ट्रिप, कुछ और लोग भी हमारे साथ होंगे और वहाँ जाके वेल्स और डॉल्फिन और जो समंदरी हयात जो भी है, लेट्स सी व्हाट वी विल फाइंड देयर, डिपेंड्स। वेदर बहुत अच्छा है आज का, बारिश हल्की हल्की हो रही है, सो दैट्स गुड फॉर अस के मतलब गर्मी नहीं होगी। सो वी विल होपफुली एंजॉय। व्हाट हैपनिंग। हम लोग ऑलमोस्ट जो है पहुंच गए हैं, एग्जिट लेने लगे हैं, लेकिन बारिश दिखा रहा है वेदर फोरकास्ट, और बारिश यहाँ पे हो भी रही है हल्की हल्की सी, और जिस तरह रोड वेट हुई हुई है लगता है अच्छी खासी बारिश हो भी चुकी है। अभी नेक्स्ट 2 आवर जो है वो बारिश ही दिखा रहा है। सो लेट्स सी के क्या वेदर बनता है हम लोग वहाँ पे पहुँचते हैं। तो अभी वैसे 1 आवर है हमारे पास, 1 घंटा है अभी। सो लेट्स सी व्हाट गोना बी हैपनिंग। ओके, सो ये वाली जो है वो ये क्रूज़ है जिसके ऊपर हम जाएंगे इंशाल्लाह। इनका एक वैसे दूसरा भी यहाँ पे भी वो सामने खड़ा हुआ है। सो लेट्स सी कि कौन से वाले पे हम जाएंगे। ये एक अभी मेरे ख्याल से लोगों को लेके वापस आया है। और अभी जो है हमारे पास तकरीबन 1 घंटा बाकी है, अभी 1.5 घंटा बाकी है।
Check out the upper deck. We're going to dry the seats up there once the rain stops. Sure. And your little blue tickets are good for your pizza and hot dogs inside the gap. You need some help with the stroller there? Yeah, just be very careful. It's a very high tide. All right. Okay.
Let's see. Dolphin watch. Nature Star Tour. Crew members on board to serve your mates and your crew members are marine biologists and naturalists on board. We have Kirby. Of course, we have Ian as well. Folks, today's trip will consist somewhat of an inland waterway tour through the back waterways of Wildwood Crest, which is here, and around the island of Cape May. Find your dolphins, birds, marine life, and everything we could possibly show you while you're with us. Also, folks, once hopefully it stops raining here shortly, and if that's the case, we'll have crew members go around and dry some of the chairs up outside. Every time we go to do it, it starts to rain again, so just stay behind the black and green ropes there, and keep both feet on the gray deck at all times. I'd like to remind everybody there's no smoking or vaping on board while we're underway here. That this is a U.S. Coast Guard licensed passenger carrying vessel. The following safety information is given to you. For your safety and for extreme emergencies, life jackets are located both inside the cabin as well as on the upper deck. Now each area is marked with the proper size, type, and amount of life jackets. Life ring buoys are provided.
No, Haan ji, Dija, you enjoying, right? Look at the water. Look down there.
Slight delay. Who knows? They may be gracious enough to wave back. Hopefully with all 5 fingers. For many times we were told we were number 1 going under the bridge here, especially on a long opening. Off to the right and to the left are just a few of the many commercial fishing boats in the area. Cape May County is one of the largest commercial fishing fleets along the eastern seaboard of the U.S. Commercial boats may range as little as a 15-foot work skiff, working the back bays for crabs and clams to boats over 200 feet, going out for just a couple hours at a time or even up to a couple weeks. Folks, as we're through the bridge in a few minutes, we're going to be heading out the inlet here to the Atlantic Ocean. We're actually going to go around the island of Cape May here today. And to make it easier for everybody, since people are facing different directions throughout the trip, we're going to turn this boat into one big clock. Directions will be given as a hand to the clock. Like, for example, the very front of the around the island of Cape May. Now, Cape May Harbor is home of the United States Coast Guard base, Coast Guard Training Center, the only training facility, non-academy, where all recruits, both men and women who enlist in the Coast Guard, all recruits have to come to Cape May for their basic training. Now, men and women go through an 8-week training period and then sent off to
They don't really use for chewing their food, they more use them for grasping fish, and then they swallow them whole. Man, I'm kind of getting hungry for ice cream. If you guys need any ice cream, talk to Ian downstairs in the galley. See what I did there?
Oh, dekho wo nahi.
Oh yeah, there we go, guys. A couple more groups straight up. until the baby finally learns its name. And it's very important, especially during times of danger. The mother dolphin will use that sound to call her baby back to her side, keeping it protected.
Yeah, 2 dolphins, right?
So pretty cool. I bet you guys didn't realize dolphins had names, just like you and I. It's one of my favorite dolphin facts. Other times, and especially large potted dolphins, will actually split apart into smaller groups. Like I said earlier, when they're coordinating to chase down schools of fish. As they travel through the water, normally they're cruising at speeds just like you see here, about 3 to 5 miles per hour. But they can actually reach top speeds of about 25 miles an hour if they really wanted to. However, only in short bursts. They can't really keep that speed up for very long. But they can increase their speed when they're chasing fish. The other night, we were actually on the 6:30 cruise like you guys are right now. And we had a group of dolphins that were chasing a group of fish right about where that boat is, right at the tip of the rock jetty. And a dolphin jumped completely out of the water with a fish in its mouth. They were corralling those fish together, the bait ball like we talked about. And it was pretty cool. You can see them come out of the water. A couple other fish like jumped up out of the water, out of the way. Babies and give their babies milk. Does anybody know the 5th and final characteristic that all mammals share? Some mammals tend to have more of it than others. And if you look at me, I'm giving you guys a clue. Hair, you got it. All mammals are born with hair. Now, if you pull up your sunglasses and squint your eyes really hard, look off the right side of the boat there, you might realize that these dolphins do not have hair like a cat or a dog. We don't see any fluffy dolphins swimming around the boat. Although that might be pretty cool. I wonder what a fluffy dolphin would look like. But believe it or not, baby dolphins are born with a tiny little mustache. Now, folks, I know what you're thinking, but the gentleman standing to my left with the gray shirt on and the blue jeans, he is not a baby dolphin, although he does have a pretty nice mustache. Thank you.
हाँ, ये लीजिए पिज़्ज़ा अभी 6 स्लाइस और ले सकते हैं, 10 स्लाइस है. Some more? No, you can't eat. You want to feed the bird again?
No.
Look, here we come.
It does a really good start. Let's go. We have a lot more area to cover here. So work our way around the island of Cape May. We'll take you along the beaches here. Very calm day here. Even with all the rain all day.
Where most people go when they visit Cape May, they go to the 5-block-long outdoor pedestrian mall right along Washington Street. It's a pretty interesting area. They have a lot of neat restaurants, bars, gift shops, specialty shops. They offer historical trolley tours of Cape May and even ghost tours. If you believe in ghosts, Cape May is a really good town to go on a ghost tour. Like I said, a lot of these buildings date back to the 1700s, so very old. A lot of history here in Cape May. I'm sure there's a few ghosts hanging around. One of my favorite ghost tours is of the Cape May Lighthouse. You can just start to see that lighthouse up ahead at our 12 o'clock position. They'll take you inside the lighthouse and you'll climb the spiral staircase at night in the dark. So it's a little spookier than the normal daytime tour of the lighthouse. But folks, we also have a couple more dolphins off to our right, just in front of Convention Hall there. A couple different pods. All 2 or 3 different groups popping up. There's one a little closer to the boat, one a little closer to the shoreline there.
यहाँ पे वो देखो डॉल्फिन आई है.
I mentioned a baby dolphin is about 3 feet long and
video
30
में ही आ
pounds, while a fully grown adult dolphin will average about 6 to 8 feet long
look, dolphin
and weigh
here.
close to 650 pounds.
Come on, watch.
So that's a pretty large animal. Now that's the
Look
average
here.
size for the inshore population of Atlantic bottlenose dolphins. A little further offshore, we have Atlantic bottlenose dolphins, same species, but they're more oceanic variety. They head out deeper water. They swim a lot greater distances, feed on a lot more fish. These bottlenose dolphins can get up to about.
वो देखो सारे इधर, वो देखो शोर लाइन पे सारे इधर घूम रहे हैं। अभी इधर तीन आई थी बिल्कुल यहाँ पे।
Other times they'll actually use the pressure wave that the front of our boat creates to help propel themselves forward faster. This is a process called bow riding. Sometimes they're within a few inches of the front of the boat. It still stands as a hotel today. But in the early days, members of the U.S. Congress would actually come to Congress Hall to hold summer meetings and sessions. United States presidents, including Grant, Taft, and Harrison, have all spent some time here, giving this building the nickname as the Summertime White House. Now, this building's not used for any governmental purpose today, but it does still stand as one of the oldest operating hotels here in southern New Jersey. My grandmother actually used to work at Congress Hall in the late 1930s. She was a server at one of the multiple restaurants inside of that building. She also helped to maintain the hotel. My grandmother lived to the ripe old age of 98 years old. Imagine Cape May in the 1930s. I'm sure it was very different than it is here today.
There's a couple more dolphins to the right. Look behind us every now and then. Sometimes these dolphins along the beach will take that wave behind us. A few more dolphins here to the right between us and the yellow board. Up in the front, look straight down. Sometimes these dolphins will ride under the bow of the boat. And they're pressure waves, so look straight in the water. Right under the boat here. Bankrupt, then purchased by the Sisters of St. Joseph, a teaching order of sisters in the Catholic Church and teach in the Catholic school system. Now, folks, one of those photographed pictures is coming up right now, lying the center of St. Mary's here, with the center of the lighthouse at just the right moment. Maybe you can even catch the light today. If you line it up just right, it looks like St. Mary's and the lighthouse are connected. But as you saw earlier, there is a separation between them two structures. And like I said, throughout the long history of Cape May, this has become one of the most photographed, iconic pictures of Cape May and Cape May Point. Now here's that photo opportunity coming up right about now. Now folks, those who've been to Disney World may have seen, maybe even fortunate enough to stay at the Grand Floridian Hotel. Look at the resemblance. A lot of the architectural inspiration and design for the Grand Floridian came from St. Mary's and other buildings like it. You notice its red roof with the dormer studio windows, the white wraparound porch. Raise that building 3 to 4 stories high and you see the resemblance. Also, folks, behind us is the Delaware Bay, and up ahead behind us is the Atlantic Ocean, and straight ahead is the Delaware Bay. We're going to continue up the bay here, going into the Cape May Canal, and it'll lead us back completely around this island here today.
Oops.
Wait, I'll be good.
यहाँ पे तबाह हुआ है। वो बता रहे थे कि 12 यूनाइटेड स्टेट ने वो तजुर्बा को किया था।
Was kind of completed right towards the end of the war as an experiment, but it actually worked. The ship made 2 transatlantic crossings after the war, bringing troops back from Europe at an average speed of about 8 knots. Now,
अभी जो है ये
so we have more dolphins here to the right. Take a
Dija जो है
look
वो
at
शिप जो है
it.
ड्राइव करेगी, शी गोना बी अ शिप कैप्टन फॉर लिटिल बिट। वो देखो डॉल्फिन बैक हियर। ओके दे वेंट टू द वाटर।
Now, someone earlier on the boat asked me a really good question. They asked, how do dolphins sleep? Now, think about that, folks. The dolphin cannot swim down to the seafloor, pull up a seaweed blanket, and put its head on a coral pillow. Dolphins cannot lay down on the bottom like we lay in our beds. They would not be able to breathe. So what they actually do is a very unique process called logging. Logging is where they shut off half of their brain at a time. For example, they may shut off the left side of their brain while the right side continues normal body functioning, such as swimming and surfacing for air. After about 15 minutes or so, they'll turn the left side back on, they'll shut off the right side, and then the left side will continue swimming and surfacing for air. They will alternate back and forth, left side, right side, for about 15 to 20 minutes span each, for a total time period of about 8 to 10 hours. So very similar sleeping times compared to that of a human. Now, keep in mind, folks, there are times during the day when these dolphins are fully awake. They're not always.